Me now is Lieutenant General Russel Honore. He recently led the review of security at the U.S. Capitol in the wake of the January 6th insurrection. First off, on this Sunday, on Memorial Day weekend, to my old friend General Honore, we've known each other for many, many years, but we can never remember to thank you and your brothers and sisters in uniform for your service to our country.
Allie, this is a very special weekend to all our military families around the world. And because this is to remember those who gave all, those who died while in service. So we remember. For most people, it's a start of summer vacation and the pools opening. But those who know, we remember, because it is a celebration of those who died serving their country.
General, a number of people have said you did the study of the security and the security lapses and the things that need to be done and the staffing levels at the U.S. Capitol, and that's the thing that's going to keep us safe in the future, so we're done. We don't need a commission. But your remit was limited. You did what you were asked to do, and you were able to make recommendations, some of which have not been carried out yet because they involve more funding and they involve more staffing. But fundamentally, the underlying issues around how that insurrection came to be and who motivated it and who paid for it, that's a bigger job than one guy can do.
Absolutely, sir. We need the commission or some type of commission because we got to figure out how this happened, how this ragtag rebel group could come to inside the yard of the most powerful police force in the world, the FBI, the thousands of Secret Service agents in their yard, attack the Capitol, get into the Capitol, under the shadows of the Department of Defense. Government didn't work that day. And that's why we need to have this investigation. How did that happen? How did the right intelligence didn't get to the right people? And we know the Capitol Police, and along with the Metropolitan Police, they did the best they could. And they've got a lot of things to fix inside the Capitol Police. We've laid that out. But this should not have happened in the backyard of the FBI, the Secret Service, Department of Homeland Security, and in the shadows of the Pentagon. There's no way in hell this should have happened. And that's why we need to have this investigation, Allie.
In the absence of that, we had Brian Sicknick's mother and his life partner going and knocking on the doors of senators to try and ask them to at least do justice to the American Capitol Police. You have called for a supplement to harden the Capitol, to increase Capitol security funding, increasing the numbers of Capitol Hill police. And in fact, there are fewer now than when you actually did the report. You're also calling for the establishment of a quick reaction force so that when and if something like this happens, we don't go through that hours and hours of people on the phone calling people who are not connecting them to other people to get something done on the ground.
That's exactly right. There are members who have seen the requirements for a quick reaction force who say we don't need that. We don't want to militarize the response. Well, guess what? After 9/11, we had 250 National Guards stationed at the Capitol for 2 years. 2 years, Allie. But they don't want to do that now. We also have a squadron of F-15s over at Andrews Air Force Base, 24/7, National Guard. We have a National Guard Air Defense Battery put in D.C. after 9/11. And we have over 600 Marines on standby not far from the Capitol in case there's a chemical. So the military is already involved. Our mission, our oath is to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And we've got to be able to figure out how we're going to deal with this domestic threat, first with law enforcement, but whatever it takes, we've got to beat down this domestic threat who can come to the Capitol, break in, and walk out. We need to change the rules of engagement for the Capitol Police. There's no way in hell people should be able to walk in there with sticks and almost take our democracy down. We need to be able to use other means to be able to do that.
General, thanks as always for your continuing service to this country, and we'll remember your message as everybody gets out there and has picnics and starts grilling their burgers today. Remember what this day is about. Remember those who have died in service of the American Republic. Lieutenant General Russel Honore led the security review of Capitol following the January 6th insurrection. He was also the head of Task Force Katrina after Hurricane Katrina.